Well, good evening and welcome to Tarot Card Reading Live on Facebook live stream. Couldn't make Friday, unfortunately, as I previously mentioned. So I thought best thing to do was do it on a Thursday. So it's not quite fun on Friday, but we're going to have fun on a Thursday. So welcome online. If you'd like to comment, I'd like to say hi. We're going to wait until the numbers pick up quite a bit because we've got quite a few people that have shared. Harriet, welcome. Carrie, welcome. So all the people that have shared my video that I posted, Lauren, welcome. Anybody that posted my video, or sorry, shared my video earlier in the week, I'm going to be pulling a single card for all those people. It's a card of the day. It's a message from tarot, whatever you want to call it. It's me pulling a card for you. Welcome Donna, welcome Dana, welcome Kerry. So we're going to pull a single card. Maya, hello, good evening. Deborah, hello, good evening. Thanks for the kiss. So yeah, anybody who shared earlier in the week, that's the list I'm going to be running from. I've got to work from something, so that's where I'm going to be looking at the profiles of people that have shared. I've got that on my screen in front of me, so that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Just need to sort myself out with that list to make sure it's up to date, because I know a few of you have been coming on there in the last 10 minutes. In total, I think there's about 50 shares. But there's certainly not that many people that have typed shared, and that's the list I'm working from. Anybody that's typed the word shared and I can see that they've shared as well, that will be the list I work from. I don't know, Lauren, you need to check whether you shared. I'm not sure exactly, and I have been told off by my family. They say it's a bit unprofessional drinking cups of tea whilst you're reading tarot, so I hope you don't mind, but I am going to drink a bit of tea during the event this evening. Yeah, so if you haven't typed shared, that's the important bit. You do need to type shared, because I need to work from something to look at profiles. Donna, you were the first person. Donna Center, you were the first person that shared earlier in the week. This is my video that says live tarot card reading 7:30 on Thursday. So I know a lot of you shared. It is better than wine, Donna. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe I'll have a glass of wine later, but certainly not while we're reading tarot. Heather, welcome. Princess Frankie Matthews, welcome. Thank you for all the likes and all the shares. I'm going to have to refresh the page now because everybody's done a few last minute typing the word shared on that post. But what I must say is don't type twice or 3 times, because that's going to really confuse me, and you don't need to do it more than once. So Karen, you've done it more than once. You've done it 3 times. So I'm just going to, don't do it more than once, everybody, because that's going to really confuse me. And I'm going to lose track of who's there, and it would be unfair for there to be too many people that have done that. So I just need to delete a few, otherwise I'm going to be pulling cards over and over and over again for the same people, so that wouldn't be fair on everybody. So just share once, that would be great. Amy, welcome. You need a glass of wine this evening, Amy. Yeah, we all need a glass of wine, but it's not the weekend yet, so you can't. You've got to wait until the weekend. Weekday drinking's not a good thing. Anyway, I'm going to shuffle my cards because there's a lot of people. Lauren, make sure you comment then. Lauren, make sure you comment, shared, because I've got to work from something. So I'm going to start working with that list now, and we're going to work through everybody that's type shared. Heather, you've got an Archers. Very nice, in the weekday. Should leave it for the weekend, really. Well, that's what I think anyway. Okay, right, okay, so I'm working from that list now. I'm not going to refresh the page because it's going to confuse me too much. So if you're not on it, you should have got in earlier. Amy, 3 bottles. I hope you're not going to drink 3 bottles of wine for tomorrow night. That seems a little bit excessive. Hi, Emma Louise. Welcome. Hi, Lydia. Hi, Debbie. Okay, so we're going to shuffle the cards. We're going to do single cards for anybody that shared. Donna Center, you're going to be the first. Kate Locke, you are going to be the second. I'm doing it in order of whoever shared first on the video live tarot card readings on Thursday. One thing I forgot to say, or I haven't said so far, is I've got a list of things to remind myself to talk about. Obviously, I've got to plug what I do, as well as do free readings for you guys, you ladies. Events next week. Conto Lounge in Winton on Tuesday. That's where I'll be. And then Santo Lounge in Shirley, which is in Southampton. And of course on Mondays and Thursdays I'm in my normal place, which is the King's Head Hotel in Wimborne. So If you want to come on a Monday or Thursday, that's where you can book to come and see me. You do need to pre-book for all of these events so that I know you're coming. Specifically, the King's Head Hotel, because I don't sit there all day, and if you don't make a booking and you turn up, I won't necessarily be there. So thanks for all the loves, by the way, Heather. You've had a stressful few months, I can see that. Anna Marie, welcome. So yeah, Mondays and Thursdays. If you can't make the daytime because you're working, then you can always come between 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the evening, and yeah, you can come early evening if you wish, if you can't make the daytimes. Tarot parties, people were asking me about tarot parties last time I was on, last Friday, and of course, if you would like a tarot party, you're very welcome. Private message me, give me an idea of when you're thinking of, and as long as it's not too far for travelling, then I'm happy to come and read tarot to your friends. Right, let's have a look at the cards. Donna, we're going to pick for you to start with. Donna Centre, because we've got a lot of people to get through, so here we go. We're going to get through as many as we possibly can this evening. Okay, Donna, the card says, to me, it says it's hard work at the moment. I don't know what you're doing work-wise, but this is normally related to work, or it can be life. It says it's a bit kind of like rushing here, rushing there, absolutely everywhere. At times it does feel, and certainly it looks as though the card is telling me here, that over the next 12 months I've got you busy everywhere, rushing here, there and everywhere. And it's going to feel at times it's all a bit too much, but the card says it's a victory card. So it says all the effort that you put in life or in work, it's really important, because victory is at the end of it. Don't give up. Just keep going for the next 12 months, because victory is at the end. Okay, Kate Locke, I don't know if you're on this evening. If you are, please come online and just say there, Kate. Rowena, welcome. I'm fine, thank you. Kate Locke, the cards tell me to tell you, or the card tells me to tell you, there is a tower of love and light around you. This is family that are telling me to tell you that they're always there for you, to support you and deal with anything and help you with everything that's going on in life. Outside of that group, you know, this is the people that are close to you, friends, family that are close to you. Outside of that group, there is another group talking about you, but it's not bad. They're talking about you, probably not even mentioning it to you, but they are talking behind your back and saying good things. So that's Kate Locke. Anne Tall, are you on this evening? You shared earlier in the week, Anne, and this card is for you. If you're on when I shout your name, then please just let me know. So this is Anne. Okay, the card is a number 10, and it is the 10 of Wands. And this is a card that says you feel a bit burdened with life at the moment. It's quite a lot of things going on, but it's, you know, it's only a number 10 card. It's not considered to be one of the major cards. And also the card, like it looks, you know, this is the 10 of Wands, and that's you bent over in the picture trying to pick them up. They're not fixed to the ground, so it's not impossible, but it does seem as though it's very burdening with life at the moment for you. I must say this card normally lasts 2 or 3 months, and then it's past, so you're okay. Carrie Lanfear, I don't know if you're on. If you're on, Carrie Lanfear, if you're on, please tell me. Rowena, if you shared on that video, you'll come up in the list, and I certainly will read for you. But this is for Carrie Lanfear at the moment. It says there is a major emotional choice for you to make, Carrie. It's a little bit like you're torn between two people or two situations or two circumstances at the moment. And this is a major emotional choice for you to make. It's like you're torn down the middle, feeling like a piece of elastic being pulled one way 1 minute and the other way the next minute. The card tells me that this is a major emotional choice. You are going to need to make it, but there's no time limit on the card. You can make it when you're ready, okay? It's like juggling 2 balls. If you've got both balls in the air, you can keep them juggling for as long as you wish. But once you catch both, you then have to make that decision. That was for Carrie Lanfear. Okay, Kerry Rose, are you on this evening? If you are, please tell me you're on. Well, Kerry, the devil comes up here, which is your own personal devil, Kerry. This is a feeling of you feeling tied to a person, a situation or a circumstance, and the card says you want to make the break away from this situation, but it may upset you or others, and you're unsure about whether you can do it. The card says actually you can leave it to the universe, Kerry. If you leave it to the universe will decide. Now, the thing with leaving it to the universe is that the universe will decide, but not only that, the universe will make the decision as to when, and also it will decide whether you do or whether you don't. Now, if you're brave enough and you feel you can make that break, the devil says that actually you will have control, 1, of timing, because you'll make the decision, and 2, you will have some control and degree of control of the outcome. So it's whether or not you're brave enough currently to make that break. Holly Jo, Holly Joe Gauntlet, I don't know if you're on this evening. If you are, let me know. I am working from the list, as I said. If you've just come on, I'm working from the list where everybody typed the word shared to my video that was earlier in the week that said live tarot card reading 7:30 on Thursday. Okay, so this is for Holly Joe. Well, new work opportunities or business opportunities for you, Holly. The cards are saying, and it doesn't mean you've necessarily applied for something. This could be somebody that's offered you an opportunity in work. It can be voluntary, part-time, full-time, but the cards are indicating there's opportunities in business or work. It's whether or not it suits you at the moment. You need to weigh things up. Is it the right location, right money? Can you fit it in with life? If you've got children and the balance of life, it's important to be able to fit it all in. If you can fit it all in, the card says go for it, because actually this will work out better for you. But if it doesn't tick all the boxes for you, then don't. Okay. Okay, Charlene Butland, are you on this evening? I know you've shared quite a few things this week. Thank you, Charlene. Appreciate that. Let's have a look at the card for you. Charlene, there is, well, it's a... you could call it a knight in shining armor, but this is a man that says he loves you. He loves you in his own way. They're not always the best at showing their love, but he holds up his cup of love. It is the Knight of Cups. They tend to be enterprising, optimistic, not major risk takers, but they will take the odd risk. This man certainly tells me to tell you that he loves you and he is there for you. I wouldn't be surprised if you get some invitations over the next few weeks to celebrations and parties, and it looks to me as though there is some, I wouldn't say long distance, but there is some short journeys, and they are going to be pleasant coming up until Christmas. Okay, Debbie Williamson Humphreys, are you on this evening? This card is for you. It says you've made your mind up about something here, Debbie, but there's other people that need to make their minds up too. The cards are indicating that it's really important that you don't be impatient. Although you've made your mind up, there are others or another person that hasn't quite made their mind up. You need to wait. Don't push things too early. You may not get what you wish for. The cards are indicating you need to leave it 6 or more weeks. If you can leave it 6 or more weeks, you won't do any harm. Pushing too early is not a good thing to do. Allow things to evolve. Allow others to make their decisions. And after 6 weeks, you can go for it. Okay, Emma Louise Sibley, are you on this evening? If you're on, Emma, just let me know. And I'm going to look at the card for you. Well, Emma, it says there's, it looks to me as though you're welcome, Charlene. Evening, Daniel. Evening, Gina. So this is Emma Louise Sibley. It says there's a bit of a difficult patch here, Emma. It's kind of like there's a relationship, a difficult patch in a relationship, and it's like there's not quite as much love as there was previously. I mean, it is the Five of Cups. You'll see the picture on the card. It's kind of whether or not you're prepared to put up with this person in your life anymore. I can tell you this other person, hi Emma, thanks for telling me that you're online. It's whether or not you're prepared to put up with this person in your life any longer. You know, then maybe they've got traits you don't like about them. I can tell you they don't want the relationship to come to an end, as it seems, but it's down to whether or not you're prepared to put up with them for the way they are. They're not going to change, like a leopard doesn't change their spots, I'm afraid. It's a case of whether you're prepared to accept this person in your life, or you say, well, you know what? Enough's enough. The choice is yours. It's always the choice is yours when this card comes up. So for you to make decisions on that, best of luck to you. Okay, Connor Frey. Connor Frey, are you on this evening? Connor Frey, it looks as though there's some money owing to you. It looks as though this money is due to you, and your God-given right, you'll be saying to yourself, well, actually, that money is owed to you. You will receive that money. When you receive it, you'll say, do you know what? I'm owed that money anyway. You will hear about it before you receive it. Best of luck to you. Emma Partridge, are you on this evening? I'm sure you will be. There's a lady here, Emma. She's telling me to tell you that she's there to help you with your finances. She's not going to give you cash, but it looks as though she's giving you some advice. Maybe it's a lady that pays your wages. Maybe it's a mother or a sister or somebody that can give you some advice. Maya, you haven't missed yours yet. No. This lady is there to give you advice, Emma Partridge. She's not giving you cash, as I say. It's indirect guidance and advice with money. If there's any great concern on your part that this lady's trying to take money from you, don't be concerned. She isn't there, not there trying to take money. She is genuine, giving you advice and guidance about your money matters. Maybe it's somebody telling you ways or giving you ideas about ways to save money, what to do with your money, make things my life a bit easier for you. But certainly she's there. Okay. Amy Grace, are you online this evening, Amy? Let me know you're there. Hope you don't mind if I have a slurp of my cup of tea every so often. Wine later, maybe. Maya, you're coming up, as Dana is in a second as well. I'm working from the list that everybody typed shared. My video earlier in the week that said live tarot card reading 7:30 Thursday. Okay, so I'm working from that list. Amy Grace, let's have a look at the cards for you. Well, it says some interference going on around you at the moment, Amy. It's kind of like, you're welcome, Emma. You're welcome indeed. Amy, there's interference from people around you, and this is likely to be one or more people around you. Often it's family members or people that are close to you, and they are a little bit misguided in that they think what they think is what's best for you to do. If you don't want the advice from these people around you, then tell them to back off. You don't want the advice, just tell them to back off, because it seems as though, you know, being too kind and kind of hinting to get them to go away is not going to work. It's more like you need to be a bit more confrontational. You're probably going to need to face them face to face and say, do you know what? I don't like the word back off, but it's kind of like you have to say it like that. I'm sure you can think of some words a little bit politer than that, but you do have to say it face to face, because otherwise they just won't go away. Okay, Dana. I can see you said that you like a reading. Absolutely, yeah. We're going to just do single cards this evening, Dana. So, but if you need to come and see me, you can. I'm going to have another little shuffle of the cards, see what we can bring up. Thanks for all the loves and all the likes, everybody. I really, really appreciate it. If you'd like to share this live stream video now, that would be really, really great. We can get a load more people on. Remind me at the end, Lauren. Remind me at the end, okay? Dana, the card says there is a link between you, children, and money. It's like children of yours are asking for money, or it's costing a bit of an arm and a leg at the moment. That's what I would suggest the cards are indicating, this link between children and money. And also, it can often mean that there's a link when you're working with children, or you're working in a charitable organisation, or you're working with elderly or disabled, childlike people. There's definitely here a link for you between children and money. Maya, you came on earlier. Best of luck to you, Dana. And if you want to come for a reading, please, you know, book in the normal way, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Maya Powell, you mentioned, had you missed it? No, you haven't. This is you next. Well, it seems, Maya, as though you've made your mind up about something here, and it's normally related to either a child, it's a decision about a child that you've made, or somebody around you. And embarrassingly, I always say this, embarrassing, it's likely to be somebody acting in a childlike way, and it's probably a man, because we tend to do that, and it is a bit embarrassing to say. But you've made your mind up, but you haven't quite said what you've made your mind up. The cards are telling me to tell you, you do need to say what you've made your mind up about. The other person is likely to put their hands up and say, do you know what, I'm not in agreement, but if you've made your mind up, and then they generally will go along with what you have to say. Best of luck to you. Harriet Sarah Sadler. Harriet, are you on this evening? You're welcome, Dana. I've been fabulous, Rowena. Absolutely fabulous all week. It wasn't that busy for me this week, though. I went to Christchurch and I went to Westbourne, and it was quite quiet. I don't know why. Next week, getting quite busy for me. And the week after, when I'm down in Weymouth, if you live in Weymouth, you need to book. There's only 2 slots left, and that's like two or 3 weeks away. So you really need to do that. Okay, Harriet, are you on? Welcome, Harriet. Thank you. This card is for you. Okay, well, strength of character, Harriet. It says, you know what, I don't know what you thought about doing for work, but the cards are indicating, you know, and this is the Emperor. The Emperor is in charge of the whole of tarot, but it's an indication of self-employment or working for oneself. Now, it's not always suited to everybody. It doesn't mean you have to do it immediately, but it says you could do quite well in self-employment, working for yourself. The cards often say, and this card often says, that you may be the type of person that doesn't work too well when being told what to do. I'm just being polite about it, but you are much better working on your own when people aren't telling you what to do, You know, when you're certainly, I don't know what you do for work right now, but if you went into a managerial or supervisory role, that would suit you much better. You are a bit of a free spirit, the cards indicate, but also this card indicates when it comes in a full reading, and I wouldn't say, to be honest with you, when it's a single card pull like this, that it's appropriate, but this is a victory card actually. This is a straight victory card in a full reading, so the Emperor is there for you. Okay, Lizzie Powell, are you on this evening? Okay, Lizzie, this is for you. Well, relationships here, Lizzie. I don't know if you find yourself in a full-time, like married type relationship. This card is, Lizzie, it is the marriage card, interestingly. A bit old school when we say marriage, because a lot of people stay together in relationships for years and years, but they don't get married. So I always say it's the marriage card if it was about 50 years ago, but now it's meaningful or married type relationship. If you find yourself in a relationship that you're absolutely spot on with and you love it, it says you're in control. It will be for as long as you wish to be so. If you're not in a relationship at the moment, this card indicates that there will be somebody around you that is showing a sign of interest, saying that they fancy you. The choice is yours again. If you fancy them, that's fine. But if you don't, you can always be polite and say thanks for the compliment. But it is indicating relationships around you and likely relationships coming up. Kerry Bennett, are you on this evening? If you are. Mayor, you're very welcome. Kerry Bennett, are you on? Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, major changes for better over the next 12 months. Jobs, relationships, moves of house. It could be any one of those things or none of those things, but the cards indicate that there will be major changes for you over the next 12 months. The seeds that you sow are going to determine what happens for the next 9 years. It also says that you're much more open to new ideas over the next 12 months. Sowing the seeds for how you want the next 9 years is great, but actually it says you're much more adaptable. You're still evolving as a person. It says that things in the past that you might not have been accepting of, over the next 12 months you'll be saying to yourself, well, actually I can see things in a different light now, and I am much more acceptant of change. That's what it says for you. Okay, Deanna War, if you're on this evening, let me know. There's a man here giving some advice, Deanna. Harriet, I know. That's the cards. They're always right. They always seem to be. Best of luck to you, Harriet. Best of luck. Deanna, are you on? Let me know. Kerry Bennett, you're very welcome. Thank you for saying thank you. Appreciate it. And all the loves and all the shares and all the likes. Deanna War, this is a card for you. There is a man here to give you good advice. Now, often these men, they're certainly men with a very, very good mind. They're clever chaps. You know, older than 40 is this man, King of Swords. It's likely to be a doctor or a solicitor or an accountant or a bank manager, somebody with a good mind that gives good advice. I can tell you this man, Deanna, thanks for saying you're there. Appreciate it. This man is going to give you good advice. Take notice of what he has to say. Do not be put off by the fact that he is a little bit chauvinistic, a little bit domineering. They tend to be those types of characters. They do have a tendency to speak down to people around them. They can't help themselves. They certainly don't consider themselves to be chauvinistic and domineering, but that's the way they come across. There's a man around you currently or in the next few weeks. Take notice of what he has to say. I wish you the best of luck. Carolyn Dingle, in the New Forest, I believe you are. Have you got good Wi-Fi this evening? Because I know there's been a problem with that. If you're on, Carolyn, let me know. This card is for you. It says there is a one-off lump sum payment coming to you. It doesn't say how much it'll be. You know, the cards are not that descriptive, but there is a one-off payment that is coming to you. It looks as though you'll hear about it. It will come in on a Friday, be gone by the Monday. It's kind of like it comes in and goes out pretty much straight away. You will hear about it before you receive it. It doesn't say what it'll be, how much. Could be 50 quid, could be £500,000. Cards don't indicate how much, but you will spend it as soon as you get it for sure. Claire Childs, I think I saw you on earlier. If you're on, just let me know, Claire. I'm going to have a look at the card for you. Well, Claire, you know, this is the Tower card for you, Claire. And this is a card that indicates a little bit of turmoil around you at the moment. but it is a clearing card. The Tower, everybody talks about the Tower and they worry when they see the Tower, but it is negative but positive. It has a positive side to it. It's an indication that it may feel like things are kind of like falling down around you and not working out as you'd like it to work out. This is for Claire Childs. But, you know, 6 weeks, 6 months down the line, you're going to look back and understand why things aren't quite working out right now. It's a clearing card, as I say. But the trouble is with the Tower, when you're inside a tower, it's very, very dark. And that's the reason why it's really difficult to understand why things aren't quite working out as you'd like them to be. Okay. Best of luck to you. If you want any more advice on that, just give me a shout. You can book on my website. If you want to come for a reading next week, I mentioned it earlier, I'm in Winton on Tuesday and I'm in Southampton on Wednesday. If you want to come and see me for a one-to-one full reading, you're welcome to come. About that, we had a little bit of a pause in the video, not sure why. About that, the video just paused there. I think I've used up all my internet, that's the reason. Lindsay Claire Hanks, are you on this evening? Lindsay, let me know if you're there. If you don't like it, John, don't come on. As easy as that. And if you're not interested, don't come on. Lindsay, it says pick up the Sword of Life right now. It's an indication. The Ace of Swords is a card that says that there are things that you may have been putting off, and we're all guilty of it. We don't get around to doing all the things that we want to do in life, and this card is an indication and a reminder to say that, you know, there are things that you haven't got quite round to doing. It's about time you tick some of those boxes and got round to it. Pick up the Sword of Life for you. It's not about other people, actually. This is more about doing something for yourself rather than for everybody else. So it's a reminder, get on and do something that you want to do that you've been putting off for a long time for yourself. Jody English, are you on this evening? If you are, just let me know. Yeah, Lauren, it's interesting, isn't it? People come on and say things like, you know, negative things. If you don't like tarot, then don't come on. You know, if you don't like psychic events and you don't like mediumship, then what are you doing on here? Don't come on. I'll block you and ban you later anyway. Not being funny, but I will. Because we don't have negativity on our live stream event. Okay, Jodie English, I don't know if you're on, but this is a card that tells me that you are a loving, compassionate lady with a lot of love to give. The card indicates you're a bit of a humanitarian in your own right. Hi, Claire. Welcome. Ah, was he, Lauren? Okay, well, thanks for letting me know. I'll have a look at that later. So yeah, Jodie, this is a card that says you are a humanitarian in your own right. It's an indication that you have a lot of love to give. Certainly, if you could have a say in what's going on in the world, the cards are indicating that you certainly would. I think there's a lot of things going wrong in the world, and I'm not sure whether you can deal with all of those things, but the other thing the card says, it says if you've given love to somebody in the past and love hasn't come back in equal amounts, it says there is the potential for new relationships for you, and the love that you've given out will be given to you threefold. So if you feel you're giving love out and it hasn't come back in equal amounts, there is relationships in the future, and the love that you'd receive will be 3 times the love that you've given out in the past. I hope you find yourself in that relationship already and you're getting 3 times that love. If not, the potential is there in the future. Letitia Bottle, I don't know if you're on, or Bootle, sorry. Letitia, let's have a look at the card for you. Well, the card's saying if you're waiting to hear about something, Letitia, the cards are saying good news. The Page of Wands is the good news card. It indicates that if you're waiting to hear about something, you will hear what you want to hear. And if not, there is good news to come. Chloe Louise, I don't know if you're on this evening, but this card is for you. Chloe Louise, the card tells me that there is certainly an emotional reunion with somebody from the past coming around. It's like somebody's coming back into your life. This could be an ex-lover, it could be just a friend, somebody's been overseas, come back into your life. It could be a Facebook reunion, it could be a school reunion, but there is somebody coming back into your life. It's quite emotional, the cards are indicating. This is a picture of the cards. It's quite an emotional reunion, and it looks as though you're there's a bit of anticipation on your part about whether or not you want to see this person. The cards say it's important to see this person for one reason or another. They've got something to talk about, they've got something to talk to you about and say. It doesn't mean the relationship will necessarily be rekindled. If it's an ex-lover, ex-relationship, it doesn't mean that that's the case. But there is importance to see this person. Wish you the best. Sabrina Rhoda Hughes. Sabrina, are you online this evening? If you are, let me know. My next live stream, Louise, I think it's going to be next Friday. I made a mistake with this one. because I'm actually driving tomorrow evening at 7:30 until about 8:30, and I just can't do it. But I'm going to aim to try and do these live stream events every Friday at 7:30. I will check my diary, and things do come up for me at the weekends. Often I'm away for the weekend, so I have to travel. So if that's the case, I'll probably move it to the Thursday if that suits everybody. Hopefully it will. Yeah, Sabrina, I see you're on. Thank you. Okay, the cards indicate a lift up the social scale. This is normally related to working. Okay, so an increase in pay, more money coming in, a promotion within a current job, that kind of thing. It says there's more money coming in, allowing you to afford a few more things than you've previously been able to afford. Don't think anybody's ever turned down new money, but this is normally related to work or promotion or increase in salary. Lucy Rolton, are you on this evening? Lucy, it looks to me as though there's a bit of a battle to be had here. Yeah, it's kind of like this is the card and this is the soldier with his laurel wreath up. Lucy, this says that the next 12 months is a bit of a battle. It is going to feel like a little bit like you're taking one step forward, two steps back, but it is certainly a victory card. It goes on for a whole 12 months, so it seems to me, but you come back victorious. Don't give up during that battle. It's like you have to go into war to win the war. If you don't go into war, you won't win that battle. I wish you the best of luck. If you want a further update on that, I want to come and see me for a full reading, obviously just go straight to my website, taratom.com, and book in and come and see me next week maybe. I'm around in Winton on Tuesday and Southampton on Wednesday. Jane Black, a card for you. I don't know if you're on, Jane. Okay. The cards tell me, Jane, that there are two lifelong friends around you right now. These two lifelong friends are telling me to tell you that they will always be there for you in your life. If they live locally, that's brilliant. You know, you can pop round. But if they were or have moved to the other side of the world, the cards are indicating these two lifelong friends will always be there to support you at the other end of a telephone. If they live the other side of the world, you can pick up that phone, carry on the conversation like it never ever finished. Wish you the best of luck. Haley Buttery Haberfield. I don't know if you're on this evening, Haley. Haley, it looks as though somebody's zapped all your energy. It looks as though your energy's been taken from you. There's a lot of things going on in your mind, the cards are telling me. Lots of ideas. Welcome, Haley. Thanks for telling me you're there. There's lots of things going on in your mind, things coming in, going out, and decisions to be made. The card is saying this energy has been taken from you, but it's not for... it's not forever. You know, 2 or 3 months down the line, your energy starts to come back. I certainly would say that this is likely to take you up until Christmas, until the new year, but then your energy starts to come back. If any of you, so best of luck to you. I wish you the best of luck, Haley. If you're commenting, by the way, and I appreciate all the shares that you've put up this week, I'm working from the list of people that have shared my video earlier in the week that said live tarot card reading 7:30 on Thursday. That's the list I'm working from. So if you've shared on there, that's the list I'm working from. And if you're making comments, just be aware of the fact that I don't always see the comment. It goes past the screen really quick. Haley, you're very welcome. Yeah, so I only see 2 or 3 messages on my screen because it's the camera screen, and there's only a few messages below it, so I might miss your message. Appreciate I can't always see all the messages. They're going past really quick, and in fact there's normally about 6, 7, 8 messages every single minute, so it's moving really quickly on my screen. Okay, Kerry Bennett, I like your post, Kerry, that you shared with Teresa. You're right. If you do share my video, then I will give you a single card reading on the live stream. The cards say you need to watch your money. Okay, Kerry, this is a card that indicates, and it's not, you know, it's not like life over, but it's a case of there's a little bit of imbalance of finances for you currently. It's like there's a few big bills coming in, there's money going out, and you're not aware of how much is going out compared to what's coming in. It's a case of doing the basic sums and looking at how much you've spent. Maybe your credit card's a little bit big and you haven't quite cleared it, but it's a case of addressing that situation. Last 2 or 3 months, you get it back in check, but you do need to keep an eye on your finances. It's slightly imbalanced, as I say. Okay, good luck. Teresa Dibben, Teresa, are you on this evening? If you are, let me know. Teresa, it looks to me here, Teresa, that it's a little bit like you're doing a bit of soul searching at the moment, going over things, wondering whether or not where you are right now in life is where you're meant to be. Are you with the right partner? Are you in the right place? Are you in the right job? All those sorts of things that are going on in your life. The card says you're doing a bit of a soul searching exercise. Unnecessary, actually. The card is indicating to me that actually you could have done things 100 times different in your life, but this card, the Hermit, is an indication that it wouldn't have made the slightest bit of difference. Actually, you are where you're meant to be right now. Like I say, you could have done things 100 times different. Where you find yourself right now is not all down to you. Other people around you have made decisions to put you where you are right now. And the card says, you know, don't beat yourself up about things of the past. You can't change that. Certainly you won't be making the same mistakes you've made in the past in the future. The card also indicates that. If you're on live now, I appreciate it, everybody, for coming on live, online live right now. If you can share this video to all your friends, that'd be really, really appreciated. Thanks for all the loves and all the likes coming across the screen. It's really great of you to do that. Kimberly Sherwood, I don't know if you're on this evening. We're going to look at the cards for you. Going to have a little bit more of a shuffle. Thank you so much. Charlene, you commented, how do you get a reading? You need to have shared the video that I did earlier in the week. If you didn't do it this week, don't worry, come on next week. I'll post on a Wednesday or a Thursday a video and it says share my video, and I will pull a single card for you when I live stream. So that's what I'm doing for everybody that's shared right now. I'm working through a list of people. Okay. Okay, Lindsay Claire Hanks, are you on this evening, Lindsay? Lucy, yeah, often it's a similar indication. It's very similar. So yeah, thanks for that question, Lucy. It's a similar meaning, and sometimes I pick up on certain things. Some bits I do miss out. Depends how I feel when I pick the card for you. I normally scroll through and look at your profile picture. So I just scroll my mouse on the screen and I look at your picture there, and that's how I make a decision on what to mention and what not to mention. Okay, Lindsay Claire Hanks, I don't know if you're on this evening, but the card that I've pulled for you is the Empress. The Empress is about fertility. Okay, it is an indication, certainly for younger ladies that are able to have children. This is an indication, or if you can't have children, but you know, when you're of the age that you can conceive a child, this is an indication of fertility. The Empress is the fertility card predominantly, but not just the fertility card. It says if you can have children, there is a strong likelihood of that over the next 12 months, but it's not just about that. It's about strength of character. It says nobody is going to lead you blindly by the nose right now. You certainly would like to have a say in what goes on in your world, most definitely. You'd like to have a say in what goes on in everything else. Strength of character is definitely here when the Empress comes up. Certainly if you haven't got children, you would mother your pets just like they're children. You'd mother your friends, gather them around, look after them just like they are children. Emma Partridge, the card for you. If you're on, let me know, Emma. I'm going to pull a card for you. Okay, Emma, it looks as though there's we've got the Justice card here, Emma, and this is an indication of legal matters, personal or legal justice. The card indicates, when this card comes up, it normally says there's something, hi Carolyn, it normally says that there's something legal going on around you, and it always indicates delays. It takes a little bit longer than you anticipate. But it's normally a fair outcome. Now, this can be something as simple as applying for a passport or a visa. You've got some legal documentation that you need to fill in. I wouldn't expect things to come back sooner. It's going to take a little bit longer than you would anticipate. Best of luck to you. I hope it's not a speeding ticket, because it was for a lady the other day. And she said, do you know what? I got a speeding ticket the next day. You said there was a legal matter on. So, Kate Locke, are you on this evening, Kate? Kate, the card is indicating that it's about really the potential here, Kate, is for your cup of happiness to absolutely overflow, but it's very much, this is for Kate Locke, about getting the mix right. I always say it's like you've got all the ingredients to bake a cake, but if you don't mix them very well, the cake doesn't come out of the oven perfect. Of course, it's not about baking cakes unless you're good at that, but it's more about if all the people around you that you love aren't quite getting on, you need to get them to get on, and then your cup of happiness can absolutely overflow. And importantly, this card is always an indication that you need to be in all the right places at all the right times. If there's family members that need you somewhere, the cards are indicating you need to be there at the right time, always for the people that need you. That was for Kate Locke. Anna Marie Burton, Bert, Anna Marie Burt, this is a card for you. It says there's some minor emotional choices for you to make currently. It's a little bit, I always say, it's like you're in a sweet shop looking around at everything. Lauren, you're commenting, do I have 2 computers set up? I've got a very, very helpful young man who's my son who is commenting for me. So he will message you back if you ask a question on my behalf, because I can't type as quickly as I can read. So he's helping me out this evening. So yeah, that might be why you're getting messages back really quick and you think, how the hell am I doing that? It's not me, it's him. He's my admin assistant. Very helpful young man he is. There he is. Yes, we do. Thank you. Appreciated. There is certainly, Anna Marie, some minor emotional choices for you to make at the moment. It's like you're going to need to upset one person to keep another person happy. It's like, you know, and it's always the same. It always seems the same for most people. As you get invited to Christmas dinner with one side of the family, then the other side of the family invite you, and you're in this dilemma: who shall I go to? And it's a very difficult one. But there is currently somebody that you need to upset to keep happy. Whoever you upset is going to be okay about it. But of course, the person that's kept happy will be absolutely fine about that too. Okay, wish you the best of luck. Lucy Rolton. Lucy, you are specifically about, can I tell you anything about your health? Well, within the cards of tarot, there are cards that talk about health. There's not many of them, to be honest with you. And if you wanted a full reading, I would certainly suggest coming to see me at one of my regular venues. If you go on my website, tarottom.com, you can see where I'm at every week. And we can have a look at the cards with respect to that if you wish. But I'm going to pull a single card for you. It may be related to health. I'm asking the cards to tell me, is there something to tell you about health? And if there is, it's not coming up about health actually, and it's probably not best to talk about it on a live stream event. It's probably better face-to-face, one-to-one. The card's indicating this is quite positive for you. Lucy, it says there will be invitations to celebrations and parties. These are things like weddings, christenings, that sort of thing. Christmas party coming up, but certainly over the next couple of months, there will be invitations to celebrations and parties for you. Karen Chisholm. Karen, are you online this evening? Well, Karen Chisholm, there is a man here, certainly between the ages of 20 and 40 years of age. He looks to me as though he's quite sporty, quite active, quite energetic. I'd say because of that, he tends to be a little bit impetuous, likely to jump in with both feet. These characters do tend to do things without consideration. The likelihood is you'd say to them, why the hell did you do that? And they just do things. They can't help themselves. They just do things without consideration and without thinking about it. They just don't mean to do it. Certainly looks to me as though he's quite sporty and quite active. As I said, he's interested, I would say, in a sport. So if he likes football, yeah, he'd watch it. He'd certainly watch it, sit on the sofa and do that. But he'd more than likely want to go and see it, you know, go to the match. If he's a Southampton or a Portsmouth or a whatever supporter, he would go to the match. And if he's got spare time, he'd probably take part in the activity as well. So whether it's sport or not, whether it's football or not, cricket, golf, whatever, that's his thing. He would like to be involved in it. Amy Grace, are you on this evening? Amy, there's an older man here, Amy, and this man, if you're on, Amy Grace, can you tell me there? That'd be great. This man is telling me to tell you that he has loved you in the past, but he hasn't always shown it. These men are very deep in their character. He certainly tells me to tell you that he did love you in the past, but he didn't know how to show it. And he also says to me, you know, if you felt that you upset him in the past, he's saying, no, that's not the case. You didn't upset him. It's just the way he is. He's quite introvert and deep in his character. A man that finds it very difficult, certainly found it difficult to show his love in the past for you. Okay, I'm going to refresh my page because I've gone through all of the people that have shared. So if there's anybody that I've missed, if you have typed shared on the live tarot card reading video that I posted earlier in the week, I'm going to refresh the page and we're going to see if there's anybody extra that's typed shared. If anybody's come on this evening and if you're wanting a reading, you do need to, because the screen moves so quickly for me, I can't read for absolutely everybody. Amy, that's your ex, is it? Okay, I get it. Yeah. Lauren Hunt. Okay, yeah, no problem. I think I saw that you shared, Lauren, but please, anybody that comes on now, you need to look out for my videos during the week, because I can't read for everybody, and you need to share whatever I post. You need to share whatever I post during the week, and then I will work from that list. You need to comment shared under the video or the post that I make. That's the list that I'm going to work from on my live stream events. With so many people coming online, you know, it can be 50, 60, 70 people, and at the moment we're at 55. If everybody shared this video right now, I'd really appreciate it if you did. The numbers will increase massively. If you love it, you like it, and you share the video as we're speaking right now, if you want to ask me a question, you're welcome to do that as well. Yeah, share the video, that'd be great, and then lots more people will come on. Now, I can't remember who this card is for. I think it was for you, Lauren, wasn't it? Lauren Hunt. I think this is a card that indicates that there is some work opportunities around you here. Advisory, supervisory type roles, certainly job offer and acceptance. Thanks for all the loves, everybody. I really, really appreciate it. This is a job offer and acceptance, so opportunities in work or business. And like I say, it is acceptance, but you do need to weigh things up here. I always say this when the job card comes up. Well, there's 3 cards within 78 cards of tarot that talk about work or business or job opportunities. There's only 3 in 78. This one is more likely to be accepted. You need to weigh it up. When this card comes up, it's more likely you would take it, but it has to fit in with life. I always say that. You know, you're not going to travel hundreds of miles to earn great money if it doesn't fit in with your life, balance, family, relationships. It's got to tick all the boxes, okay? So if it ticks all the boxes, then if the card indicate, go for it, because it will work out better for you. But if it doesn't tick all those boxes, then don't be tempted to be sucked into something that you don't really want to do. Yeah, Carolyn Dingle. Did I pull a card for you? I don't think I did I, Carolyn? I think I might have done that earlier. You're one of my regular sharers, Carolyn, so let's have a look at another card for you. Lauren, you're very, very welcome. I hope there is some opportunities in business or work for you. That's what you're looking for. Carolyn, you know, this card came up for somebody else earlier, and somebody was saying, do the cards mean the same thing? Well, yeah, but they're often slightly different in that the card has the same meaning as such. Sometimes I miss meanings out for cards. I just don't feel it's appropriate at the particular time. But this is saying about being burdened with life again. And, you know, it is the 10 of Wands. And being burdened in life can be a lot of things for a lot of people. You know, it could be family issues for some people. It could be work issues for other people. It could be relationships. It could be, you know, a number of things. But it says you're burdened with things that are going on around you right now. The 10 is considered to be one of the minor cards in tarot. So it's not all of your life. But it is a little bit of a struggle at the moment to deal with everything that's going on. As I said to somebody earlier, the 10 of Wands they're difficult to pick up. It's not impossible, but it is difficult to pick the wands up. But it does say you'll shrug your shoulders, put those 10 wands over your shoulder, and you'll be off and going within no time at all. 2 or 3 months is the length of the card. I wish you the best of luck. Okay, so I am going to look. I see a lot of other people have now come on and shared that video. So I'm going to just have a quick refresh of the video on my Facebook, and we will look to see if there's any more people that have shared that I might be able to pull a card for. Okay, yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks for all the loves, the shares, sharing everything that you're doing. I can see Gabby, you've now come on and shared. Thank you, Gabby, much appreciated. Gabby Fraser, that is. Are you online at the moment, Gabby? That's the thing, you need to share early in the week, because as I said to a lot of people earlier, it's really difficult when the screen is changing and the messages and the comments along the bottom are changing. I can't yeah, Gabby Fraser, let's have a look at the card for you. Yeah, it's kind of like there's some choices for you to make here, Gabby. I would say there's one or two, maybe even more people. There's somebody that you need to upset here, but there is also somebody you're trying to keep happy by upsetting the other person. It doesn't look as though it's major. It looks as though it's minor. I always use the example that you've been invited to go out for an evening, and then somebody else invites you to go out on the same evening, and you're in this dilemma: who shall I upset to keep? Who shall I keep happy? The cards indicate there is somebody that you need to upset, and there is another person you need to keep happy. But whoever you upset will be fine about it. It's not major. It's considered to be a minor emotional choice for you. I wish you the best of luck. Charlene, I saw you come up earlier, but you've now been onto my video and you have shared. Thank you, Charlene. Charlene Scovell. I'm going to pull a card for you. Well, somebody else got this card earlier, and it is Charlene. It looks as though, it's the Tower card. You're welcome, Gabby. Charlene, this is the Tower card. A lot of people worry about the Tower, and I can tell you that when a lot of my psychic friends, a lot of my friends are readers, read for me, I often get the Tower. So don't be upset by getting the Tower. It is an indication that the world's spinning a little bit out of control at the moment, and you want to say, stop, I've had enough, I want to get off, okay? But it is a clearing card. This is 6 weeks, 6 months down the line, you look back and you wonder why all these things were falling down around you. That's what the indication is. It's like turmoil, but it's a clearing card. As I say, you look back on it later and you understand why it's not working out as you'd like it to. When you're in the Tower, I always jokingly say, I like to try and be happy about my readings, but when the Tower's there, it's not always the happiest thing to talk about. But I always jokingly say I've got a first floor balcony. I'm always getting the Tower, but at least I know, as you will now, Charlene, that the Tower is a clearing card. It has to happen for a reason, but whilst you're inside the Tower, it's very dark, you can't understand why it's going on. You'll look back and understand, but it'll take a little bit of time. I wish you the best of luck. Okay, so I don't know if there's anybody else that has shared my video earlier in the week that wants a reading. Yeah, Sharon Morehouse. I don't know whether you shared that video, but you have shared some other stuff for me, so we'll have a look at you. Okay, I'll pull a card for you. And anybody that's come on this evening and they've come on for the first time and they're wondering why I'm not reading for them, okay, it's not because I don't want to, it's just because there's too many people on at the same time. So Sharon, this is for you. Well, it looks as though there's some kind of illusion or deception going on around you at the moment. It's not an outright lie, Sharon. It's not an outright lie, but somebody's, if you're getting a feeling at the moment that there's something not quite right, it's not like an outright lie. As I say, it's like somebody's not telling you the full story about something. You will be absolutely spot on if that's what you think and what you feel currently. It says nip it in the bud. Do not allow it to mushroom out of control. Often this is somebody that's close to you and you can't believe it. You think to yourself, why are they not telling me the full story about what's going on? Because they're close to you, you don't believe it, but you have that feeling. It's like it doesn't sit right with you, or you think to yourself, do you know what, somebody said this and somebody else said that. I can't see that that could actually be the case. You need to address it with this person, otherwise the likelihood is that they will do it again and again and again. Once you address it with them, they normally open up and they tell you the full story, but it does sometimes cause a little bit of confrontation, sometimes an argument. Hopefully not an argument, but you do need to address it so that they don't keep doing it, okay? Once you do that, they will tell you the full story. At least you get it out in the open. I wish you the best of luck. Okay, so as I was saying, if you haven't shared my video earlier in the week, those are the people that I'm reading for. So if you shared my video, I always post up posts. And the other thing you need to do is go onto my Facebook page. You can do that now if you like whilst we're chatting, but go onto my Facebook page. You need to like the main page, most importantly, but there is a little, and people miss this bit, where you click like, there's a little bit below it that says notifications. You need to turn notifications on, and you need to tick the box that says notifications to events and live videos, which is obviously what this is. And then when I come on live next time, you will get a message. You'll get a message to say that I've come on live. The reason I stopped there or paused there is that my son is being very good, and he's helping out this evening because he knows I can't type as well as talk. As you know, men are not very good multitasking. So he is typing messages back. Anybody who asks a question, he's doing his best to answer your question. So I see his messages coming up, and I keep thinking, that's not me. I didn't type that. Yeah, Sharon. If you'd like an update on that, Sharon Morehouse, if you want to come and see me, I'm in Winton on Tuesday, and on Wednesday I'm in Southampton. If you can't make either of those venues, on Mondays and Thursdays. Lauren, relationship guidance. Yeah, if you want to come and see me, have a full reading, we can talk about those sorts of things. And I've forgotten what I was going to say. Yeah, Mondays and Thursdays. If you can't make Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Mondays and Thursdays. Monday morning 9 till 12 in Wimborne. The same on a Thursday 9 till 12. And I also do an evening session 5 till 7. If you've got a group of friends, the King's Head Hotel is where I do my Mondays and Thursdays. You can bring up to 4 people because I have 4 slots between 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Bring 4 people and then have dinner afterwards, or have a glass of wine, or have coffees or whatever. Come for readings and then go and do that straight afterwards. That's good. Tamsin, how are you? Welcome. Tamsin, let's have a look at the cards for you. Tamsin is one of my friends. Let's have a look at the cards. Thanks for coming on, Tamsin. Well, Tamsin, it says, this is the cup of happiness. It says there is the potential for your cup of happiness to absolutely overflow, but it's very much, and I had this for somebody else earlier, it's very much about getting the mix right. It's like, and I said this to somebody earlier, it's about, not about baking cakes, but it's like you've got all the ingredients to make things happen in your life. And if you can get the mix right, life is happier, and this cup of happiness, the Ace of Cups, absolutely overflows. It's very much about making sure that all the people around you are happy, all the people you love. If they're not all getting on, it's not good for you. You need to kind of compromise with all of them and get them all to discuss things, get them all to talk about stuff, to be happy, and that enables your cup of happiness to overflow. The card also indicates it's important to be where you need to be. I don't know if there's people that need you at the moment that maybe aren't local, but the cards are indicating you need to be in all the right places at all the right times to support the people that need you. And that's what the card says, the potential for your cup of happiness to overflow. Best of luck to you. And we must catch up sometime. I can have a look at some of those photos you've taken. Thanks for liking my photos as well. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's have a refresh of that video and see if there's anybody else. And then I think we're pretty much going to bring it to an end. Lauren, Stan needs a card, does he? Do you know what? We don't get many men on, but Stan, are you there? I'd like you to just say that you're there. Ah, okay, I get it. Okay. That's a long name. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Stan, this is for you, okay? Ah, okay. Stan, let's have a look at the cards. Here we go. This is what the card says for you. Tamsin, you're welcome. Stan, there's a lady here. There's a lady here that indicates to me that she's somebody that you talk to. I always consider this to be a lady called the listening lady. Somebody that shares all the things that are going on in your life with you. She's telling me to tell you that she doesn't push you, she doesn't judge you, she is definitely not going to tell you what to do, but she is just there to listen to everything that you've got to say. She's the sort of person that will sit you down with a coffee or a cup of tea and talk about things that have been going on in your life and likely to say, do you know what, I know exactly where you're coming from, Stan. These types of things have happened for me in the past as well. She does tell me to also say that this is a reciprocal arrangement. So as well as being prepared to listen to absolutely everything that you've got to say, she would also like to share with you the things that are going on in her life. The two of you work together to sort each other's issues out. I wish you the best of luck, Stan. Amy Grace, thank you for the kiss. Selena, yeah. If you'd like to book for one of those, Selena Triggs this is, if you would like to book, as I say, you can also, of course, you can always book a tarot party. I've done loads of tarot parties all over the 3 counties, from Frome in Somerset all the way up to Southampton, Portsmouth. I am happy to travel. I am happy to travel as long as it's not too far. And I always say, numbers wise, 6 is a perfect number for me, because my readings are around about 30 minutes each. So a full reading, if I come to do a tarot party, if I do 6 people, that's 3 hours of talking. And that's fine for me, no problem at all, but that's enough. I don't want to do many more than that. So if you want to have a tarot party, private message me afterwards, give me an idea of what your location is, just give me your postcode so that I know where you are, and I'll tell you whether I'm prepared to travel that far, and I'll come and read tarot in your own home, as long as there's 6 people or more. If you can't raise 6 people and you want to get a small group of girls or boys together and you want to come and see me, you could come to the King's Head Hotel on either a Monday or a Thursday between 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and I could do 4 readings. If it's 3 of you, that's fine as well. 2 of you, that's fine. But 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, 6:30, so 4 people in total, and you could always have a drink in the bar. The King's Head's a really nice hotel in central Wimborne. You could have food after or drinks after, but no drinking before readings. It's not a good thing. Okay. Lauren, you ask about Facebook private messaging and readings that way. I find it really difficult to type. There's so much in the cards, and when you have a full reading, if that's what you're talking about, doing that by message, it's just too much for me to type. I'm happy to do telephone readings. That's another thing we can do, actually. And I know a lot of you are not local to me because you're probably all over the country. I have people all over the world watching my live stream event as well. But if you can't make it to come and see me, then thank you for all the loves and shares and all the likes, everybody, this evening. I see them all going across the screen. Yeah, if you can't get to see me, why not, book a telephone reading? Go onto my website, tarottom.com, and you'll see there's face-to-face readings, and there is a big red telephone for emergencies. Click on that and you can pre-book a telephone reading with me. I will call you back. You can call me from anywhere in the world. I do have people calling from all over the world, and I can use Skype to call you anywhere. Mobile numbers, if you're in the UK, mobile is better, because when you make a booking, my system will send a message back to you. Yeah, so telephone reading if you wish, Lauren. But if you can come and see me face to face at one of my events or venues, that would be really, really great. Chippenham, Melksham. Not sure exactly how far Chippenham and Melksham are, actually, Selena. I got a feeling, is that over towards, my nearest to there would probably be Somerset Froome, I think, if that's where I think it is, Chippenham. I might be in the wrong place altogether. But private message me if you want a tarot party. I'm happy to travel, but I just need to look at the distance because it's obviously expensive in fuel to get to sort of a long way away. Oh, Wiltshire, is it, Lucy? Yeah. Private message me. Anybody who wants a tarot party, send me a private message with your postcode and I will look at the location and see if I can do it. Kylie Jane, of course, I will give you a card. But Kylie, you need to come on next week and you need to share one of my videos or one of my posts. That's how I work. If you share something that I've spoken about or a video that I've posted, that will be the list that I work from, people who've shared. It's like it's all a bit of a battle at the moment. Kylie Jane, it's kind of like you're taking 1 step forward, 2 steps back all the time. It's an indication that there's a bit of a, somebody else had this card earlier. It's about life. It can be relationships. It can be work. But it's like it's a bit of a battle, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. But you will be victorious. This card is a victory card, but you just need to stick at it for at least the next 12 months. When you get to the end of that next 12 months, you will be victorious. This is the soldier, and he comes back from war. That's his laurel wreath. That means he's won the war, and that's you. Wish you the best of luck. Okay. So, as I was saying earlier, if you've just come on, you do need to share my videos. I'm going to have a look if anybody else has just shared my video in the week. And if they have, then I will try and pull a card for you. Thanks for sharing everything, by the way, as even the online stuff now. If you're on this live stream video now and you can share it, I'd really appreciate it. That's really kind of you. Okay. Okay, Lydia Christie. I see you've come up. Let's have a look at the cards for you. Lydia, this is a card to remind you that your family, your friends, the people that are very, very close to you, this is a Tower of Love and Light. They're saying to me that they are there for you. They are there to support you, whether you believe it or not. They're telling me to tell you that they're there. Outside of that group of friends that are really close, I'm talking about the close people to you. There are others talking about you as well. And often people think, oh my God, somebody's talking about me. But this is positive stuff, actually. Another group outside of your close friends are talking about you and saying good things. Karen, thank you for sharing. I did do a pull a card for you earlier, Karen, so you're going to need to watch this video when I put it up live, when I upload it after I've finished. So Karen Chisholm, yes, there was a card for you. It was earlier. I think you might have come on a bit late and missed it. Okay, Selena Triggs. What do the cards say for you, Selena? Let's have a look. Well, Selena, cards say you're a bit too nice. It is talking about all the people that are close to you, family and members, relationships. You're too nice to those people around you. You're not weak in character. It's not an indication of weakness in character. But it says that you are likely to be putting the people that are close to you, family, friends, relationships, and all those people, you're putting them before yourself. It's kind of like you're trying to keep everybody else happy before you consider yourself. And it's because you're too nice. They're telling me to tell you that they're saying to me, we're not mind readers. We assume everything's absolutely fine with you, Selena. We just assume it's all as it should be because you never mention what you want, how you feel, and where you want life to go. The indication in the cards is that you do need to say, well, the card says stand up for yourself. I don't know if it's necessarily that you need to stand up for yourself, but there certainly is a need for you to say how you feel, what you want, and where you want to go to the people that are close to you. I wish you the best of luck. I'm glad you're excited. Well, as you all know, this live stream event was meant to be on Friday, and I always call it Fun on Friday, but tomorrow evening I'm going to be driving from about 3:30 all the way until about probably about 8-9 o'clock tomorrow night because I've got to go up country, and so we've done it this evening on Thursday. But next week, oh Kerry, thank you, you're welcome. Oh, okay, an accountant to sort your finances. Yeah, okay, all right, great. Well, take notice of what he has to say because what he has to say is good stuff. He will give good advice, okay? Don't be put off by all the waffle that comes out of these very clever men's mouths. Often they talk in jargon. I think sometimes they don't keep it simple because they want to confuse us all. But take notice of what he has to say, okay? Lucy Shepherd, a card for you. And then I'm going to carry on talking about what I was going to talk about. Lucy Shepherd, are you there? Lucy, this card talks about strength of character. This is the card that talks about inner strength. It's not physical strength. It's more about what's going on up here, spiritually, mentally. It's about the ability to get things sorted and do things, basically. If I was to say to you, and I would never say it, of course, but if I was to say that can't be done, you can't do it, you'd say to me, well, I can't do it that way. I'll find a way. So if you've got things going on around you at the moment, the card is saying that you do actually have the strength to sort things out, to deal with things and get things done. Like I say, it's not physical strength. It's not like going to the gym every day. Maybe you do, but it's not that. It's about the ability to sort things out and get things done. Yeah, wish you the best of luck. Now, as I was saying, these live stream events are normally on a Friday at 7:30. So if you have missed out, this evening, and you've come on late and you didn't, you're welcome, Lucy. Best of luck to you. And you've missed the start of the video this evening, it's because you haven't gone to my main Facebook page. You need to go onto my main Facebook page and click the button that says like, but also underneath that button there is a button that says notifications. You need to click the notifications button and tick yes to notifications about live videos and events, and then you'll get a reminder every time I come on live, and also about the events and where I am at. So make sure you go onto my main Facebook page and do that, otherwise you often miss the start. Hayley, I'm really well. Hayley Pittman, you want a card? Okay. Hayley, there's a charming man here. Bit of a, I always say, bit of a wheeler dealer, Hayley. They tend to be characters that always come up smelling of roses. He tells me to tell you that he's there for you. But they, yeah, see you later, Lauren. They tend not to be, Hayley, very good with their timekeeping. This man looks as though he could like a drink. Sometimes they drink a few too many. But rarely are they teetotal. They tend to be a bit life and soul of the party. They are charmers, as I say. Wheeler dealers tend to be self-made characters, a bit like your Richard Branson's, probably not quite as rich as Richard Branson, but they tend to be self-made, so they work for themselves often, and they're always rushing all over the place. And if he tells you he's going to be there at 6, I put his dinner in the oven. He's not going to be there until 7. They tend to be a bit unreliable with their timekeeping, but they don't mean to be that way. Welcome. You're welcome, Hayley. Best of luck. Have a great weekend. And Lauren Burton Sherrod, of course. But to anybody that hasn't had a card this evening and you're wondering why, you do need to share my video or my post earlier in the week. When I put stuff up, you need to share it. And then I work from that list. Hayley, you're welcome. Indication of work opportunities here. Okay, supervisory roles, information, giving information, jobs about that sort of thing. You may not be looking for work, but the card is indicating the opportunity is there, and there's only 3 cards in tarot that talk about business or work opportunities, and this job or opportunity in work, self-employment, whatever it is where you're giving information, telling people about information, where to find information. The card is job and acceptance. It may not have been something you've applied for. It might be just somebody that says to you, I've seen a perfect job for you, a great, position. You might want to apply for it. The cards say that, yeah, it has to tick all the boxes for you. Always has to tick all the boxes. When the job card comes up, or any of the job cards come up in tarot, it has to be in the right location, it has to be the right money, and it has to fit in with life. If it doesn't tick all the boxes, don't go for it. But if it does, it says it makes life better for you. So go for it. Well, it's been really great to talk to everybody this evening. I've really enjoyed everything. It's been really great doing Fun on Friday on a Thursday. I can't think of anything that would rhyme with Thursday to call it great, fun, whatever. But nevertheless, it's been Fun on Friday a day early. If anybody would like to come and see me for a reading, I'm just going to plug where I am next week. I am in Winton at Circo Lounge on Tuesday. And on Wednesday I'm in Santo Lounge in Shirley in Southampton. If you'd like to come and see me for a full reading, an update on what you've seen or what I've seen in the cards for you today, you're welcome. Book on my website tarottom.com, and I look forward to giving anybody a full reading when you come and see me one-to-one. Of course, if you can't make it, because I know some of you are all over the country, all over the world potentially, you can always book a telephone reading on my website, tarottom.com. Just tick the telephone reading and you can pre-book a time with me, prepay. You can pay by Visa, credit or PayPal, whatever way you want to pay, and then I will ring you back wherever you are at whatever time you book it. So Scotland's fine as well, Laura. Oh, do I ever go to Scotland? Do you know what? I was in Largs in July, August of this year, but it's quite a long way. It's about 12 hours. Oh, yeah, Thursday, TTT, Tarot Tom Thursday. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Carolyn. Yeah, we'll put a hashtag in front of it, like my son says, and that'll be great. Yeah, so the likelihood of me coming to Scotland, 12 hours. It was a long time to get there, and it took me 2 days. T4. Well, like a Volkswagen T4. Yeah, we must think about something for a Thursday, because if I'm quite often away on a Friday, so we're going to have to think of something that rhymes with Thursday or something to in case we have to do it again. Right, I've come to an end now. It's been great to have seen you all this evening on live stream. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody. not too much wine. I think I might have a glass of red in a minute. And have a great weekend, and maybe I'll see you face to face next week. If not, I'll see you on live stream next Friday at 7:30. What I do if I can't remember things is I put it in a text and I text myself. So if you can't remember these things, text yourself, schedule a text to text yourself at about 7:15 next Friday, and then come online at 7:30. Don't forget to share my post, because I always work through the people that have shared me first, because they've been kind enough to do that in the week, and I really appreciate all of your shares, all of your likes, all of your loves. Thank you for all the loves that are coming across the screen now. If you could all press your love button right now on the screen, that would be fabulous, and share my video, and have a great weekend. Take care.